You gonna fight? You gonna knock everything off my desk? Is that the objective right now? Peanut is getting into stuff. She's obsessed with the wrappers. I have cough drops up here. And every time I open one up, she comes frantically running up to me, meowing like her life is on it, begging me to throw the wrapper for her. And now she's just sitting here looking cute, but also looking like she might try to climb up on things and knock them down. Baby girl, don't make me need to kill you, okay? I don't want to have to kill you, okay? She's like, Mama, you can't kill me. I'm too cute. So we went to the Dominican Republic. Sorry, I got to take this out. Hey, you can't have my cough drop. I'm going to take it out because it doesn't taste very good with my juice. I don't know why I put it in my mouth actually so I could open it up for her and throw one over there. And now she still wants to chase them. I don't know. So we went to the Dominican Republic, which is where we were last week. And I did one live from there. She's got her head sticking right through the ring light. It's so cute. I did one live from there. And that's what we did. There's a kitty tail right there. She's peeking around the other side. All right, stuff's falling off of here. Kitty, you go play with Rainbow. Go play with Rainbow. Try to play with her, and they're learning to get along, but they don't yet thoroughly love each other. But you know, it'll happen. I signed in a couple minutes early because I wanted to, because I was eager to see y'all. So anyway, I got this LYS Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil. This came in I think this came in an Ipsy, right? Yeah, that's the only one I've got now, and this was recent. It's like, there's nothing in it. Like, it's completely flat. And this is literally the second time I've used it. So, kind of annoying. But whatever. And it's funny that they price these so high too. So, what's up, baby girl? Peanut, you're adorably obnoxious. Let me grab this nail polish too so she doesn't knock that one down. All right, so I'm not really together today. I feel discombobulated, and I just feel discombobulated getting back here and life in general, and not quite. Yeah, I feel discombobulated. A friend of mine sent me a message and said that her job, which is a private school, is looking for substitute teachers. That's what it's called. I was thinking assistant. I'm like, that's not substitute teachers. And so I was kind of tempted. I'm kind of tempted to pursue that. I did call them, and I'm waiting for a response. And so we'll see how that works out, if it does. So, but I got things changing, with that church and stuff like that, and in general, and with outreach and life in general. Doing most of my teaching on the weekends, or the end of the week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's basically my work week, more or less. So, all right, but we got some good stuff that I'm going to show you guys. I'm pretty excited to get into this, even though there was a little tragedy that happened. Some of you have borne witness to that. I'm going to actually wait until I think 8 o'clock on the nose in order to start that. But we can talk about stuff in general. Oh, I was going to talk about my nosy neighbors. Oh, my goodness. If you see shadows going across me, that's because Kitty decides that it's her job to walk right in front of the ring light. Kitty, what are you doing? I give all these presents. And then Rainbow's down here investigating. Oh, my little sheep. I have, where's the rest of it? Let me see if I can grab these. I'm surprised she hasn't knocked these down. So when I was in the Dominican Republic, one of my students from Haiti was able to send a decent portion of my library over. Kelly Makeup is here. We were waiting for you. But yeah, he sent a bit of my library. Did I say makeup? I meant library. I don't know what I said. I'm out of it right now. So sorry. No, nothing weird. Just me being out of it. I'm just out of it. It was like 20 below zero this morning when I got up, taking the dog outside. And speaking of which, oh my goodness. So my dog does off leash really well. And so I'd been off leashing her. And especially when it's cold, I would kind of open the door, let her go out, and she'd come back in. And she knew where to go. And I'm also one of these people, I know a lot of people are anti this, but Kelly, do you have animals? Because you're in Canada, right? So you shouldn't understand my pain of the cold weather. But if you have a house, it's a little bit different. She was at my brother's house, and he has a yard, so that was nice for her for the week while we were in the Dominican Republic. Anyway, but I also put this in my mouth, so I went cough. Okay, yes to you being in Canada, or yes to you having animals, or both. And by animals I mean dogs, like animals you have to walk. I mean, so it's 20 below, and a few weeks ago they sent something out that said, "Oh, all your dogs need to be on leash," because I guess apparently I've been off leashing her, and that has been inspiring other people to off leash their dogs, and their dogs are not as well behaved as mine. So there's a couple that will like kind of jump and stuff. And for me, it's a dog is a dog. I don't really care that much, but some people are really sensitive about it. And we have a few Muslims in the building, and I know it's an issue there. Okay, so you have two dogs. Do you have a yard, or do you have to walk them? Because that's like a whole different thing. Walking dogs. So having her in the apartment is kind of miserable for everybody involved, right, Rainbow? Yeah. And she's here saying, "Mommy, what you doing? You're talking to those people again, those invisible people." Yes, I am, girl. And so yeah, so apparently some of them were jumping on people and things like that, and they're also like hooing right by the door and stuff. Miss Charlie's here. Hi, Miss Charlie. You're in the northern states. Do you have a dog that you have to walk? Anyway, my dream is a house with a yard, so we don't have to walk her. The trip was fantastic. It was too short. The travel, there were some, concerns and problems and things like that with travel, just because it's COVID. Hey, Kitty, stop being a jerk. Hey, she thinks she wants to be bossy. She waits for Rainbow to come on and just hisses at her because she's a little shite. Fight cats. Well, then you know what this one's all about, right, Peanut? And she doesn't even care. She's not scared of the dog. She's just being bossy. She's just like, and then she'll go up and bop noses with her and rub up against her and grab her tail. But then when she wants to, she'll be like, just because you're a jerk, aren't you? Oh, she jumped down. I was gonna grab her for you. Anyway, so yeah, she likes to torment Rainbow a little bit, and Rainbow's like, whatever. You put them on the leash in the backyard. Okay, so you don't have a fenced backyard. You have an open backyard. Yeah. So anyway, so a few weeks ago, she was off leash, and somebody like, "Oh, I'm so sad your dog passed in 2014. Oh, that's so sad." I hate when I hear things like that, because I just think about Rainbow, and I'm like, I don't know what I'll do. She's gonna live forever. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure she lives forever. Take her vitamins and stay healthy. She's gonna live forever. But yeah, so somebody's like, "Put your dog on a leash," and they weren't even in our building. They were in the next building, and I was like, the dog is right with me. Like, she off leash is just fine. Well, then today she went out, and I have a thing about picking up dog poo and putting it in the garbage. That is one of the worst environmental things you can do. People have this pretense that picking up dog poo is actually good for the environment. That is not true. Picking up dog poo and putting it in the garbage is really bad for it, because it compresses it, and then it doesn't break down, and it turns toxic, and it turns into all sorts of nasty sludge. And yeah, it's not, yeah, it can't break down naturally that way, where when you leave it outside, it breaks down in a day or two. Now, in the wintertime, it preserves sometimes. So it takes a while to break down. But anyway, she goes back behind the shed, and that's where she goes, and that's where she poos. I don't pick it up, because no one goes back there except for people with dogs. And we kind of have an understanding. Well, this guy came out today, and he's like, "You didn't pick up your dog poo." And I was, of course, I pled innocent, and I was like, "Oh, well, what, everything, whatever." So, big deal. So fine, okay. And then he's like, "And your dog's off leash. That is not the correct procedure." Or, "She was off leash. That is not the correct procedure." And I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I was just kind of like shook my head. Then he comes around the front and he's like basically following us around. And I was like, because we had to jump start the car because it was 20 below. And yeah, so we had to move the car to the front because they're going to clear out the lots and everything. So he comes around the front. And I was like, just so you know, she off leash is just fine. Like I take her out there, then I take her off leash so she can go back in the field, which is all muddy and nasty and stuff like that. And I don't want to walk back there, and I shouldn't have to. And she comes right back to me, and it's no problem. She's not in an area where any people are. She's not near the roads or anything like that. And she always comes back to me. And he's like, well, we're talking about the poop, not picking up the poop. And I said, well, that's first, that's kind of a different issue. I said, but how does any of this affect you? That's what I asked him. I'm like, how does any of this affect you? How does this inconvenience you? You're literally sitting in your apartment, looking out the window, waiting to see somebody's dog doing the wrong thing. And you don't even apparently have a dog, and you're not even in our building. Go home, dude, go home. And it's so sad because I know, I love older people and I work with them a lot, but they tend to be busybodies. You got to keep them busy. You do. And it's when you isolate old people, that's just kind of what happens anyhow. Because they're not supposed to be isolated. They need to have activity. They need to have grandkids and dogs and cats around them. So they're not in everybody else's business. That's kind of a thing that you do when you get older because you feel like you're losing control of your life. Exactly. Poop is a natural fertilizer, and it's way better for the environment to leave it out than it is to put it in the garbage. Way better. And I don't know who, know what? Forget that. I do know who decided that. And it was some uppity, classist people who decided that they wanted everybody. Exactly. It was the Karens. The Karens came together and decided that in the city where we used to live, it's actually illegal to keep poop in your own yard for more than 24 hours. Who decided that this was a rule? Like, what? And I've been saying for a minute, like, if you want to really have an environmentally friendly, if you want to really be aware and you really want to get things going, then have a place where you can recycle dog and cat poo, because it's really good for the garden. And you can recycle it. You can compost it just fine. It does not affect anything badly. If you're afraid of any of the antigens or anything like that that's in it, which those all die out anyhow, just with the composting breakdown and whatnot, that's just nature doing its job. Nature is much smarter than we are. But yeah. Then all of these, like the dog, and I understand, like a dog park. Yeah, I always pick up at a dog park unless she goes out in the woods. Then I'm not going to hunt her down and see where she went in the woods. But yeah, when if always at the dog park, I pick up and whatnot because there's a lot of dogs there, and you just don't want to deal with that. But when we're here at the house, and it's just a few dogs, and I've talked to the other dog owners, and I was like, they don't even care. Half of them don't pick up either. So I'm like, and nobody goes back there. The only people who go back there are people with dogs. And so Skin Tea is here. Hi, Skin Tea. How are you? Welcome to our party. We are going to talk about e.l.f. makeup. Kitty's playing with my earring over here. So if you hear a little scritch, 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 that's her batting my earring around. I wish a Karen would. I know, this dude was definitely a Karen. What did we decide they call a Karen? A male Karen? I don't know, but he was definitely a male Karen. And I was just like, but then my husband, he's like so paranoid that we're going to get in trouble and like get kicked out and stuff. I'm like, they can't even do that. Like, they have to at least give a warning and this kind of stuff. And I'm like, whatever. I'll just be like, sorry, my bad. And I'll explain. She's perfectly good off leash. She does not jump on anybody because she's actually scared of people. So she won't even come up to somebody. She'll like bark at people, but like from behind them. And she doesn't, doesn't get close to them. And I always talk to people. I'm like, oh, she's okay. She's not going to get on you or anything. And she never does. But she'll just be like, oh, from behind if she doesn't know them. Only that. But she's a good girl. Aren't you a good girl, Rainbow? You a good girl? She's got her pink sweater, or her Valentine's Day sweater on. It's gray with pink hearts, but it's old and dirty. So I got to get one of the new ones cut down for her. But I don't know how much longer she's going to need it. She needed it at my brother's house because she slept in his office, which is actually right. It's basically just the entranceway off of his garage that he turned into a little teeny tiny office. Yeah. So anyway, I was telling you when I was in the Dominican Republic, one of my students brought a bunch of my books, and my husband made sure that we got it all here. So it's funny because he likes to act like he's not, oh, there's so many books. What are we going to do? Blah, blah, blah. And now I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I know he's going to like work with me on it. So he just likes to complain and then he's fine. Yeah, I just have to figure things out. I informed him the other day, he's not the boss. And that was like, he's like, what do you mean I'm not the boss? And I'm like, you're not the boss. That's not how it works in our relationship. We've already talked about that. It's funny because, like culturally in Haiti, like the man is the man, right? I'm the man. Like that literally means nothing to me. I mean, I do understand gender roles. I do. And I think they're important. Not even important. I think they're instilled in us. We have certain things. Women are better at certain things than men are. Men are better at certain things than women are. That's just the facts. Just reality is women are better at most things than men are, but in general, but anyway, we balance each other out. But yeah, he's like, what do you mean I'm not the boss? And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work like that in our marriage. Sorry. You wanted to marry somebody who thought you were a boss, you needed to marry a Haitian woman because homie don't play that. All right, anyway, my friend sent me this little nativity scene that I had bought down there. And I had it in it's kind of a creepy little Jesus, but look how cute he is. It's a little clay thing, and they were made. They're the main, not the manger, the stable was a little coconut that had a little door on it and stuff. But there's a little baby Jesus, and then here's Mary and Joseph, all huggy lovey. They're cute. I let hubby think he's in charge, but he knows that I am. Yeah, I do that a lot of time with hubby too. But I just had to inform him because he was just talking like he shouldn't be talking. Like, don't talk to me like I'm a child. That's one thing that will get me. Don't talk to me like I'm a child, especially if you yell at me like I'm a kid. No, we're not cool. I don't let anybody do that. So there's like a little shepherd boy and a wise man. I guess that's who that is. Aren't they cute? They're so adorable. I had two of these, and one was for my mom and one was for me, but he sent me one of them. There's a little sheep, little white sheep. The kitty wants to play with them now. She's like, what in the world are you playing with? And there's a little cow. They're so funny looking, but they're so cute. Anyway, I picked those up a while ago. Yeah, you know what? Men need to know their importance. They do. They need to know their importance. They need to know that you value them and that you respect them. And there's a big difference between respecting somebody and obeying them, because children should obey their parents. Wives are not supposed to obey their husbands, but they are to respect them. And we need to respect each other. But that goes both ways. Husbands need to respect their wives too. So I'm very traditional in many ways, but I'm also very realistic. I collect manger scenes where everyone are children. Oh, cute. Yeah, I love nativity scenes. I have a glowy one outside, like a light up one that's actually still up on the balcony. And then I have one that's a glass one that I don't think I ever pulled out this. And then I got this one, but I do love them. I actually got my mom a really nice one, like a really super expensive one a few years ago. Like, yeah, reason sort of stuff. And yeah. All right, guys. I placed an e.l.f. order. It's not huge, but we're going to put all this stuff on my face and we're going to see how it goes. Everything is from the Cookies and Dreams collection, except the one thing I posted on here. You guys saw the tragedy. So when I open it up, there's all this blue powdery stuff all over. Flossie Floor is with us. Welcome to our party. So this is the e.l.f. This is new. I'm trying to keep up with a lot of the e.l.f. stuff. You have a Glass and Reason one. That's so cute. Cross Novella Ena 20 something. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say your name, but welcome to the party. So this is the Daily Dew Stick in Cool Berry with pomegranate extract. I have been enjoying sticks like this. I'm going to show you what I've got right now because I've got one in each of my baskets up here. So this is my monthly basket, and apparently they're kind of popular, and I am liking, oops, excuse me, stuff as I throw you on the floor. And there's my project hand basket. Oh, I'm throwing pencils on the floor, losing their ribs. Oh my goodness. Powder. All right, go back in there. That needs its lid back on. Okay, we'll figure that out. So I have the Tula. That's in my project pan. This is the Tula Rose Glow and Get It. And it's just basically a kind of an under eye sort of thing. And that's how I like to use it, is just before I put all of my skincare on, I just put it under here. This is the one from AOA, the Squalane. This is a little bit greasier. Makeup Diaries 14 is here. Hi, welcome. So basically, I just put it right underneath my eyes and kind of dab it in. I'll sometimes put it on the top too. But this is a little bit more, it just stays a little bit more, and I don't like to have that much extra grease. This one absorbs pretty quickly, but I do like to have these two. So, oops, that's the wrong one. So the one I got was from e.l.f. I'm curious how this compares to these other two. What do you think, Ramble? You like this? That's a good product? She's like, Mom, I don't want that. Makeup Diary, how are you? It's good to see you. I would like to say that I'm back. I'm happy to be back in the U.S. I am not. I'm not happy to be back in the U.S. I was so happy down there. And I would live there in a heartbeat. I would live anywhere warm. You came to see my tan. I do have a tan line here. You can kind of see a little bit. There's a little line here. It's not super dark, but it's a little bit going on here. Not a lot. I did get a little bit burned on my shoulder because we went to the beach twice, only twice in a week. The pool at the hotel where we were staying, it was being worked on, so we weren't able to go hang out there. Otherwise, we would have. It was a pretty nice little hotel, though. A newer one and whatnot. Okay, so I have been trying to get used to my that's not English. Used to my multifocals, and I'm not doing very well. So yeah, I did get a little bit of a tan. It's there. So I was almost ready to cheat. I'm like, I should just go to the Fake and Bake for like once or twice, and then I'd be like, yeah, look how tan I got. But so I'm a little tan. I'm not as pasty white as I was. So yeah. So this is the e.l.f. Oh, I just threw it away. No, I didn't. I threw it here. Daily Dew Stick and Cool Berry. They have 4 of these, and so it is like a moisturizer, but it's also like a little bit of a shimmer. And I like to put this right under the eyes. You see there's a little bit of that glow there. Okay. I think you guys are talking to each other, so I'll just assume you're okay, and I'll carry on. I'm going to put a little bit of this under my eyes, and actually, I'm going to try, Rainbow, you're okay. I know that kitty's tormenting you, but you don't need to grow there. Is she out of, oh, somebody's outside. Never mind. So it's not, she's wagging her tail though, so I wonder if Daddy's out there. He's right now in a weird, Rainbow, you don't need to crawl. He's in a weird work situation where he's technically scheduled for part-time, but a lot of times they hold him after if they have the time. So, because they like him, so he gets the first choice mostly. Tula, I'm going to put on the other side, and I'm just going to kind of compare. This feels much closer to the Tula side, and they both have a little bit of a shimmer. This Tula has a little bit of a kind of a blue, and this one kind of really similar. And they're nice and reflective. So if you just kind of pat these down a little bit, and then I just kind of pat them in under the eye. It just gives that under eye a little bit extra moisture. And for us, not exactly spring chicken sort of people, this is not a bad thing. External use only. Where would you use this internally? Stop use of irritation. Wow, I thought there was an extra syllable in there, and I was like, what? Stop if you have irritation. I think it's so funny when people are like, don't use this product if you're allergic to it. Do people have to be told not to use something if they're allergic to it? I mean, isn't that like common knowledge? So, oh, Kitty was so happy to see me. So we got back, and Rainbow was at my brother, so I didn't get her till the next day. But Kitty was like, she didn't do much, and the girl that came and watched her, she's like, she didn't really like socialize. She just kind of would run back and forth when she come in. She'd like run past. But she didn't like want to be social or anything like that. But when I got here, she was like meow underneath the table, and then she was like meow 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 meow, meow, and that whole night meow 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 right outside the door, like, you've been gone for a whole week now. You got to give me attention. My husband was so annoyed because we were so tired, but it's okay. It's okay. So now she's been very lovey with me, exceptionally lovey, and she's now really happy because when I got Puppy in here, then when Rainbow came back, that now she doesn't really meow as much. Also, she tried to break in, like she's like clawing under the door of the bedroom because we don't let her in the bedroom because my husband is like, no, that's where I draw the line. I mean, he drew his line at the cat, but clearly that line got smushed and erased. Okay. Anyway, so I think he like batted at her feet or something like that when she was underneath there, and she hasn't done it since. So he taught her. Did Daddy abuse you, Peanut? Cookies and Dreams. So this is the Cookies and Dreams lip gloss. I only got one. I think there are 3 or 4. There's a blue one and a black one, which is kind of bizarre, but creme come true creme what? Creme come true creme. I don't know. What is this? Did I just get rid of the name? Probably. I just peeled off this thing. So what does this say? It is cream come true. That's what it is. Cream come true. Like dream come true. Only sounds a little bit weird. It does definitely look like it looks like cookies and cream in there, like the little black specks. It smells kind of good. I have this LYS stuff on my lips, but I'm gonna put this right over the top. I haven't tried any of this. It just came today. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of like ever so slightly milky. You know what I mean? Like it's not exactly clear. It's like there's a little bit of whiteness to it. Excuse me, I just burped. Ignore that. Edit that out. No, just kidding. But you know how that looks? It's like a little bit of milkiness. I like that look. I don't think I taste anything, but I also have a cough drop over here, so I don't think there's a flavor to it, but I think the look is nice. I didn't need a whole bunch of stuff. Fluffy Smiles. Hi, Fluffy Smiles. How are you? We're talking about the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams. I didn't yet get the brushes or the sponge because those are kind of, I don't need them, and they're a little bit more expensive than other stuff that I use that it's the same because I usually use AOA Studio and I pay like $1 a piece for brushes. That's kind of my standard. But I've considered them. The ones that I really am interested in are, you guys have seen the desert, what is it? Desert, help me if you know. Desert Cactus from Profusion. Is that what it is? Kitty's sitting here with her face through the ring light. She looks really cute. And she knows it too. Anyway, so I'm really tempted about that one. The palette I'm not sure about because I've had some not excellent luck with Profusion. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I get that one? I have some points from Profusion, so I can get like $10 off my order and free shipping. So I might just order it from Profusion, and they come pretty quickly. Okay, so I have these 2 shadow sticks. I have a couple of others of these, and I really quite like them. I have this one from the Meant to Be collection. Most of the other stuff from that collection sucked, but that one is really good. And I have a brown one. I must have it over here in my makeup that I think I just picked up the brown one in my last e.l.f. haul. But this one is like that's basically white, and that's the light blue. So let's swatch these and see. Well, I can get them open. Ugh. I hate when they're up like that because I feel like they're gonna get all nasty. But all right, so that one swatch is pretty similarly to the mint one, and I liked the mint one because it really made a nice base. Man, these are hard to pull off. Ooh, had to yank that one out. So these might be really good bases, and that was what I was hoping for. Because when I use this green one here under a green, like a pastel, it really helps it to kind of yeah, just hold together and whatnot. I like that. That's a little bit like a periwinkle too. It's almost like a purple tone to it. Y'all know purple's my vibe, and periwinkle I've been oozing and on, oohing and on, not oozing, oohing and on about it for a while. These ones are Chill Zone Relax. Okay, the blue one's Chill Zone Relax, and this one is Sweet Cream. So Sweet Cream is the white one, and Chill Zone. I mean, I don't know why I tell you the names. You can see the colors. So I let them sit up for a minute, and then we'll do this and see how much they smudge. My hand has a little bit of moisturizer on it though, because I put that other thing on, so that was not a fair. They did smudge. Kitty, don't kill my ring light. I has to kill you, okay? Got it? That's what the penalty. If you kill my ring light, I has to kill you. She doesn't take me seriously. She knows I'm faking it. All right, and then this is a poor baby that came broken. So this is the palette. It's so cute. Look at this. A little 8-pan palette. I like this. I think this is a perfect mini because they're good sized pans. You can see there's quite a bit of depth in this one that's broken. Well, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Let's go sideways. So that's the depth. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let me check something real quick because my husband just sent me a message and I'm hoping. I don't think he's here. Okay. All right. I think we're good. We're good on that. Yes, we are. Live video paused. All right, we're back. Sorry, intermission. I had to check and make sure that he didn't need something really important. It's Evar Masti. Sorry. Tell me how to say your name or what to call you, and then I will greet you properly without torturing and tormenting and demolishing your name. But welcome. Yeah, one of the best colors broke. You're absolutely right. From what I saw on that one of what it got on my fingers, it's beautiful. So we will go ahead and see. I'm going to swatch these for you. Looks like this is maybe a little satiny. I don't know. That's the creamy one, but these feel great. I'm going to try to kind of swatch this one on the side without damaging too much. That's what we've got. Sorry, that swatch on the back, that's, what that's all about. So that's a pretty decent pigmentation for that light one. There's the brown, and they're coming off really nicely. There's a shimmer, and then this blue. Let me get a little bit more. Pinky swatches just aren't the same. It's gorgeous though. That color is really pretty. Yeah, the pigmentation is quite nice. Let me get something to clean my hand so I can go in for the second row. So that's the first row, and I'm just going to do like I do and do one row and the other row. So I'll do one row on one eye and the other row on the other eye, just so you can see all of the colors in action. And yeah, the pigmentation is pretty nice. So I got to make sure all this darker shimmer is out of this lighter shimmer because some of it went over there. Otherwise, I feel like I'm cheating. You're going to be like, that's not what it looked like in the pan. Oh, this dark. I just thought this was more of a blue, but it's really a black. So this is the bottom row. There's the light shimmer. There's the matte blue, periwinkle. That's pretty decent. There's the matte, like a camel. I'm going to do a little bit more of a dip in that so you can kind of see. And then there's the black. Those colors right there might be the hardest because they're so different. But that's okay. We're going to make it work. I could also do one side and the other, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do top and bottom. Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, do I need another blue? Because I don't wear a ton of blue eyeshadow. But I just thought it was a cute little color story. So that's what we've got. And the broken one here, hopefully they'll take care of that. I don't know. I hope they don't make this big thing well, you used it, or well, it's you have to send it back to us or something. I hate when they do stuff like that. Like, just send me the replacement. Come on. or at least give me money back, because I can still use that one. It's just that most of the color is missing now and it's going to break. So I might just, reset it or whatever, repress it. Yeah, you are right. Miss Charlie, she said those would not be good for her skin tone. And you're right, because even for me, I really have to kind of work with them. Now, you can make them work for your skin tone, but you basically would have to live in this zone and this zone and lay these down as kind of a base and then put the bright shimmers over the top. This light blue would do nothing for you. This light one would probably, this one or even this one. Oh wait, no, this one or this one might be a good highlight for you, or both of them. So I think they would be okay, but you just have to you'd have to work them differently. I feel like there's a hair right here. Is there a hair right there? Okay, let's pop the stuff on my face. I'm going to use my Project Pan primer, which is, oh, there's that lid that came off that. These are e.l.f. from the Retro Paradise collection. They're lip liners, and these things just fall off all the time. It's annoying. Trying to use them up. They're okay. They're, for lip liners, okay. I don't use lip liner every day. I used to never use it, and then my brush is falling down. Oh, by the way, none of my brushes are clean, so we're going to do this with dirty brushes. I'm going to spot clean them, basically. And that's all we got, kids. Because I didn't clean them before I left. And I haven't cleaned them since I got back. Because I've been a bum. Oh, my goodness. I have just not felt motivated to do anything. I don't know. I'm feeling really, really tired. I am motivated to go to the gym. But even when I'm going to the gym, I'm like today. So because of PCOS, I have like a lot of problems with just kind of in general, just circulation and stuff. There's a lot of inflammation and things like that. And so I went and walked on the treadmill for a while, and then I ended up going and getting a massage, like going in their massage. They have a hydro massage bed. It's at Planet Fitness. So they have hydro massage beds. And so I went in there, and yeah, and that was great. And then I was able to get up and kind of do some leg work and then go back on the treadmill for a while. So, or on the elliptical. So, but it makes you feel good when you do that. But then I have to come home and take a nap because I'm so exhausted after that. I just don't know. They are my personal brushes after all. Exactly. I have a lot of lip liners, but use them mostly as eyeliners. I have not used lip liners as eyeliners. I have used eyeliners as lip liners back in the 90s when we did that. Would need a companion palette with it. Yeah, you're probably right. Like any sort of darker neutrals would be probably good. I mean, you could use it, but it like you said, you would probably need other colors with it to make it really pop. But let's see what we got. So we're gonna start on the top. We're gonna have mostly neutral with a pop of blue, because that's what we've got, is mostly neutral with a pop of blue. So I'm just gonna start building them up there. So we're gonna start with that brown, and I pop that in the crease. So the brown on the top. This is the top right here. They don't have names, so whatever. So I'm gonna pop this up here, and I'm just gonna kind of draw a shape. I've been like enjoying using shapes to kind of play with my eye structure. Is that the word? You hear the little batting around. That's Kitty playing with a wrapper, and then she gets mad at it and cries at it a little bit. And then I don't know what her deal is like, but she just gets really emotionally involved with that wrapper. Really? Are you sure, Kitty? So this I put this this light color over the top, and it basically takes away that brown. I don't have any bone color that really has that much intensity, that much pigmentation. That's impressive. Did you see just what it did? It just basically took it all away, which is kind of nice to have, because if you're like me, You know how easy it is to get carried away. At least it is for me. I'm using the brush from Hip Dot that I got in Ipsy, I believe. Do. We're going to, not do anything too extreme. But I'm just getting a nice little kind of winged out sort of thing. I have used Makeup Forever's Artist Pencils as eye and lip liners. Yeah, I think kind of like general use that does really well for eye and lip liners. So I'm kind of tempted to turn this into a halo eye. Should I do that? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to just let this brown. This is kind of what I was talking about, though, Miss Charlie. I'm sure you know this because you are definitely not a novice. But I am always learning new techniques because I stumble upon them because I make mistakes and then I try to fix them and I'm like, oh, that actually kind of worked. So when I give advice, it's just because I'm learning new tricks. So I'm like, oh, I'll pass it on. I'm not going to use a sticky primer or anything because I'm just going to take this off afterwards. And I just want to see how these perform just with a finger. So I'm going to use that smashed color. I hate that it's kind of coming up chunky, and that scares me a little bit because I don't know how it's going to apply. But yeah, that shape works really well for me with my hooded eyes. It kind of gives like a wing out here, and then when I open up, it kind of gives the look of everything else. If a color is well pigmented, if a shimmer is well pigmented, I don't need to cut the crease or anything. And since my eyes are so hooded, Kitty, would you stop it? Nobody cares. Oh, you're the only one who is as invested in that stupid wrapper. I don't know why she's like so obsessed with them, but she's like super obsessed with those wrappers. So that color is so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that color. Oh, it's really beautiful. You know what would look really good on this? With this, I have let me see what's in here. I have the e.l.f. I don't think it's in here. I think it might be in this one, or maybe I took it out for this one. The blue liquid eyeliner eyeshadow thing. I don't think I have the blue one in here. I think I have a different color. Yeah, I have a bronzy one in here. But that would look really pretty because that's kind of that same color blue. And it would look really nice with like to do some detail look, but look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to kind of basically put it here and pull it down. I'm using the phone as a mirror. Not the best move, but hey, whatever. Just kind of sharpen that up a little bit. Yeah, this color is really pretty. I'm loving that. And of course, it's the best color and it broke. Come on, e.l.f. It wasn't e.l.f.'s fault. Well, I mean, it was because of packaging, but, I won't necessarily blame them. Kitty, hey. Psst. Shh. Shh. You're being loud. My vocal tell her to be quiet. I'm going to go into this light champagne shimmer. And I'm just using an MSQ. It's actually an angled brush because I didn't see what I was doing because I'm blind without my glasses. That's okay. I'm basically putting this on the inner corner. Oops, I should move so you can see. On the inner corner, and then I kept the inner third open for it. I kind of like to keep this whole inner third part really super light because my eyes, because of being hooded and not super big and wearing glasses and all that. And then I just kind of mix that into the blue. I just kind of go back and forth so they fade into each other. Yeah. Oops. So I'm going to use this other brush that I kind of cleaned off. And I'm just going to use this just on the edges to mute and kind of blend this a little bit more. so it looks a little less graphic and more blended. I don't think I want to put that that blue on the bottom because I feel like I just want it to be here. Let's see. Our cat Blue steals stuff from my son's room upstairs and brings them downstairs and plays with them. And she has stolen earbuds, face masks, and even found a piece of gum and was playing with it. Yeah, she's just crazy about wrappers. So like you know, I have the cough drops around here because I've been coughing for months and months. Yeah, fur babies are just so fun. They're adorable. So I feel like I would want to almost put a little bit of that dark color from the bottom. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to use a small brush here. I'm just cleaning them off in this like fake color switch from AOA Studio. BH, this is a BH brush. So what about BH closing? What is that all about? Who made that happen? Come on, people, stop it. Probably me, because I didn't buy all the stuff that I felt I should buy from them. We should have bought more, people. We should have spent more money. They wouldn't have closed. Yeah, I'm just curious about that. Like, if they're gonna have like other releases. Seems like they're kind of offloading some of their stuff. I think that black really helped that corner because it doesn't seem to be so striking from. It feels like it's like, you know, black into blue with a little bit of an edge of brown instead of just like, bam, now, bam, now we're brown, bam, now we're blue. So I think the black helps a lot. Is it really happening? I don't know if it's really happening. Anybody? Hubby bought those foil crunchy balls online. She loves those. Yeah, I might do that, and I think that's why she likes these, because they make noise, and she gets all excited about that. But it's just the wrappers. She just goes nuts for wrappers. Love their shadow palettes. I need to get more of them. Yeah, so Kelkels is with us. Hi, Kelkels. How are you, Kelkels? Oh, my goodness. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to use these, but that's okay, because I'm going to use it on the bottom. Should I use a light blue? No, I can't. I can't do these on the bottom. Not on this look. They'll look weird. So I think I'm going to just take a little bit of the brown, and I can't see anything, so I'm just pulling everything up to my face so I can kind of see what I'm looking at. I'll just use this angled brush. Clean that off. And I'm going to just use that brown and pull this along the bottom a little bit, just to pull the look together. When I do the bottom, I don't go all the way up to the inside. I just go about 2/3 or 3/4 max. And I haven't done anything to the bottom either. So it's a little bit different than if I did my eyes for Rio, but I do want you to just kind of see what's going on and what it looks like. So I'm going to actually tap into that light shade and going to just use that to buff out that bottom. So it's not, I don't want it super smoky with this little bit there. Really, Kitty, stop being a jerk to Rainbow. She's your big sister. You must respect her. She's your elder. All right, that's a pretty look. I'm going to say that that's a nice, complete look. Hi, Kels. How's it going? I have to go back and see her. They will still be around. They're just having many problems, unlike my Coastal Scents that went under. I had never gotten anything from Coastal Scents except some oil one time. What was it? I recently snagged a BH palette called Bubblegum at TJ Maxx. I can't wait to use it. Oh, that one is one that I've heard is really good, but I haven't gotten it. Bubblegum and pistachio. I was curious about the pistachio, but if it's purple, yes. But if it's something else, do I really need it? I need anything that's purple, so don't even ask me that, because we all know I need that. But any other color? Maybe. So what do I do with black, camel, light blue, and I mean I can use those, but the black. What do I do with black? I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do my kind of graphic sort of thing. I'm going to use that same brush, clean it off again. Little angled brush. This is an MSQ brush, by the way. It's from Amazon. Their brushes are pretty good. So I'm going to tap into this black, and it's a shimmery black, but, you know, whatever. And I'm going to put this up here. So I basically kind of started in the middle, and I want to see the line. I saw the line, I saw the line. Anybody know that song? No more darkness, no more night. It's actually I Saw the Light, but I just changed the words because I can. Artistic license. And I do this and I flip it up. Woohoo! There we go. That's the shape. It always looks great on one eye, and then you do the other one and it never quite matches. That's where you go back and forth and you're kind of like, add a little here, take a little away there. To do one is easy though. Easy-ish. So, all right. Now I'm going to take a wider brush, wider brush like this one. This is the Profusion Beverly Hills, whatever it is, that little collection that they had. These were on clearance at Walmart, so I picked them up because I can. So yeah, I don't know. Should I get that cactus palette? It's kind of cute. It annoys me a little bit because of the shape and whatnot, but also it's kind of cute. So I don't know. So I just wanted to blur that out a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with kind of a flat, kind of like that. Is that one okay? Maybe that one's okay. Hip dot. Is there not? There's another better brush. I got so many brushes here, but they're not where they're supposed to be. They're all sitting on the desk instead of. Oh, let's use this one. This is like a little pencil brush from AOA Studio. But it's like a little bit wider. So I'm going to use this in this camel color. And I'm going to put this right at the top of that black. And so it'll kind of blend that out. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Sorry guys, the bluegrass gospel, that's my musical roots. I studied opera, I studied hip hop, I studied contemporary, I studied jazz. But bluegrass is where I come from. It's not my style of choice necessarily, but it's really fun. It's super fun to sing. It's just so upbeat and happy. Whether it's gospel or not, but I like the gospel version. All right. That's pretty good. I can kind of clean that up a little bit with this big fluffy brush. Oops, sorry guys, I've just made you lose your spot. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I like this one from BH. This is like a big fat, super fat brush. And yeah, it's cool. It's bigger than most, but it's nice. So I'm going to go into this Periwinkle matte. Oh, you know what? Priscilla. Okay, I think I'll use the pencils after. Well, no, I'm not going to. All right, I'm going to lay that down. Stay there, stay. And I'm going to open up the white pencil. I'm going to put this on the inside. Ugh, these are hard to open. Ugh, you have to like yank them off. You can't just gently pull because well, at least my hands, they just slip away. So I'm basically just going to put it on the inside there, and then I'm going to tap it out. So hopefully this brightens up this whole inside part. I should have done this before I did that top cut creasy thing, but I didn't because I wasn't thinking about it, you know. But actually this does a nice little base, just lighten it up. Now I'm going to take this blue one, and I'm going to, now that was a little easier than the last time. I'm going to basically pull this along the bottom lash line, about 2/3 in. I might try it in the waterline too, just for funsies. And I'm going to kind of just do a little bit of a wing coming from the outside in. I'm basically just seeing if these perform like the other ones do. The other ones set really well and don't smudge. This one looked like it's smudged, but I think it's because I have that other product underneath it. And I stupidly swatched it right over the top of it. So, classical lately. Yeah, classical is nice. What kind of classical are you listening to? You guys are like talking about this stuff, and I'm like so not keeping up. Doing purple tomorrow. Man, okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff you guys have talked about, and I just missed it all. So I'm sorry, but that's because I have no glasses on, and because I'm also trying to put makeup up at the same time. But I do think that this blue looks like it's going to set pretty well in place. I am sweating. Oh, it's because it literally, there was a 40-degree temperature change today. It went from being 20 below to now being 20 above. And so I'm like, what the heck, people? And by people, I mean God, because he was the one that did that. This is nice. And it's going right over the top of that white really nicely. I'm losing the white, but I don't care, because this is all about playing. I'm putting this light blue on the inside. That looks really cute. Now I'm going to go just with my finger into the lighter shimmer. Catherine Greenfield is here. Hi, Catherine Greenfield. We've been waiting for you. Just kidding. We actually weren't specifically waiting for you, but we're happy you're here. And I'm just going to put this on the outside. And something like that. It's basically the same color. It's just, I mean, it's essentially the same color. This is more periwinkle. The shimmer is more periwinkle than the matte. Has a little bit more purpley tone in it, if you look at those two. But they're super similar. It looks a little bit more blue to you than it does here. Scores. Oh, yeah. I like musical scores. I don't listen to music. I think I may have mentioned that before. I don't usually listen to music because I can't. Because when I listen to music, I can't do anything else. And so, because music, once I hear it, it's all I'm focusing on. And so, I sadly end up just not listening very much. Putting a little bit on the inner corner, and then I'm going to tap that out. But yeah. Oh, by the way, my fingernails. I posted that I had these done in Dominican Republic. The cute little flowers. Cute, cute. So this is just a gel polish that then they put it under a UV lamp. And it mostly stayed on, but I have some chips now and it needs to come off. I did pull this one and this one off today because they were annoying me. They were chipping too much. But the rest of them are pretty good. Katie, am I going to have to kill you? Would you knock down? I'm going to just try a little bit of this blue in the waterline and see if it takes and what happens. We shall see. I wish the lighting was better with me at night. But it looks like it's there. I'll wear it for a few minutes here and see. But yeah, so that's a little bit more graphic-y, but you can kind of see all those colors and how they perform. That black, it shears out pretty well. I do want to just show you. So it's not completely opaque, right? You can see there's a little bit it's almost duochrome-y. I don't know. What is that? It's like a brown, it's like a brownie, like a chocolate brownie. That's the color it is to me. But it's also black. I don't know. It's more satiny and less really It's not a matte at all. So, gotta do your nails. Yeah, I know. I'm so bad at doing my nails. I did like how it really kind of helped this part over here. So that's basically the two looks. That's pretty fast, right? How much time do we got? Let's put my glasses on. Hey, we're basically at an hour. Oreo cookie colored. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's an Oreo cookie dark color. What is the blue? Is blue cookies and cream? I feel like cookies and cream is just white and black, isn't it? And brown, maybe. Rochelle Snyder is here. Hi, Rochelle Snyder. How are you? Welcome to our party. I am trying the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams. Maybe the blue is the dreams. It's cute though, right? So the palette is cute. The quality is good. It's better than, what was that last e.l.f. palette I got? And that was like on clearance. And I was like, oh, let's try it. Yeah, the blue, who knows? Jesse Spanos is with us. Hi, welcome. And we are looking at the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams. I can do this and just split my face and then go like this and split my face again. And you can kind of see. Yeah, dreams is in the sky, right? I don't know. But what color are your dreams? My dreams aren't blue. They're probably purple because everything, and my favorite of everything is purple in my life. So anyway, what do you guys think? You gonna get the palette? You interested in this palette? I know Miss Charlie said she wouldn't get it because she didn't think the colors will work for her, which very well may be the case. I think that these eyeshadow pens are going to be really nice. So those are going to go in my regular, where my liners and everything are, because should use those. Let me see if I'm like your soul. Your dreams are black like your soul. Your soul is not black. You are just too nice for your soul to be black. It does seem like it's staying pretty well in the waterline. So if you want a periwinkle waterline, I didn't put it super thick in there, but it does seem like it's staying. Yeah. And it's also staying here where I put it. So it's not really budging off this little wing that I did in the under eye, the lower lash line. So that seems to be staying as well. The shimmer on the top is really pretty. And the matte kind of brushes away a little bit. It's not super intense, but I think it could be good. I'm going to just take a brush. Let's try to do a somewhat clean brush. Clean the purple off of this one. Well, that's stained purple. I don't want to get that on there. This one looks hopeful. I'm just going to tap into this blue, and I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand and see how I can build it up there. So that's one layer. So that's not too bad. For my slightly tan skin. I went to the beach twice, tan skin. So yeah, so that's actually a pretty decent blue. Now that blue will look really weird on me because it's not my coloring at all, unless I have a little bit of brown or black. That's why I like to do it like this. Because if I put just the blue, it looks bizarre on me. I'm glad I got it. I'm sad that it broke. I hope that e.l.f. I will keep you guys posted on e.l.f. I hope that they send me a replacement and or send me money. I wouldn't expect both. But if they did send me both, I wouldn't complain. But yeah, hopefully they send me a replacement. I am really interested in the new powder foundation that they have because I've been way into powder foundations. Not way into, but I'm like interested in powder foundations. I've been using, when I was in Haiti, and not in Haiti, when I was in the Dominican Republic. Unfortunately, we didn't get to Haiti. But this is the one that I was using, which is like it's a powder, but it's like a pigmented powder. It is falling apart and stuff, and it's also panned. Yay, pan. This is the CoverGirl one. So yeah, I was using that one, and I really enjoy it. So I will, and I think that's the only one. Do I have another one? I think that's the only one I have. So yeah, I like to use them over like a tinted moisturizer or something like that. That's what basically I use this part of the time in the Dominican Republic over like a tinted moisturizer. Um, but I also sometimes I just use them by themselves because for me, I don't have anything on my face right now, so let's just go for it. Um, I do have sweat on my face. Whew. So the heat in the house is not keeping up with the like at noon today it was 0 degrees. And now it's like 20 something degrees. And so the heat in here is like, what? What? Trying to keep up. So I'm just gonna do half of this so you can kind of see. I know the camera is not that great, but I'll just put my fluffy brush that I don't really clean. So who knows what's on here? And I'll just pop this on one side. Since I'm oily, this is just about right for me. It just mattifies and takes care of all that. Yeah, there's a little bit, a little bit of splotchiness and whatnot, but who cares? Because um, in the summertime, you can let that stuff shed through, especially if you're a little tan. It just kind of shows up. I really like this eye. I think this eye is my favorite of the two. But I love this shape too. I love doing that shape. Um, I think it looks really cute on me, and it adds kind of this idea of as if the crease is up here, and just gives me more space. It just widens my eyes. I've been doing that more lately. That's kind of one of those. If I don't want to do much else, I just kind of put the color up here. I just put a color up here, and then I just put some shimmer on the eyelid, and we're good to go. It's 20 here and has been all day. Well, you're just lucky, I guess. But yeah, I like to just use that powder just like that because it takes out off the shine and gets rid of the little of the redness. Just makes a big enough difference that I enjoy it. But actually, I'm gonna wipe this off a little bit. I don't know. Anybody else have that e.l.f. powder foundation on your want list? It's been showing on their site, but it's not yet available, or wasn't last I checked. So I don't know. And then then I was like, well, if I'm gonna make that order, maybe I'll just go ahead and order some of the other Cookies and Dreams collection. I don't know. Have not yet decided that. But I do think I don't want that Profusion one. And what was the other? What was the other collection? Oh, the butterfly palette from Sugar Drizzle. I want that one, and I think that's it. I think this was the other one that came out. Nothing super expensive. I mean the Sugar Drizzle polish is a little bit expensive. That's like comes to like $40 with shipping, but it is what it is. But I might have to wait for that because we got to recover from vacation. So especially if he's working part-time. He's working full-time, but his work is not guaranteed. His time is not guaranteed. And it's definitely a big reduction from what he was working before Christmas. So we got used to like bringing in like, $1,200 every week, something like that from his paycheck plus my income. And then it fell apart. So not fell apart, but it just kind of went away as of January. So that's it, guys. Guys and gals. I'm gonna maybe clean up this area here a little bit. I'm gonna go start the van because we had to jump it. So I gotta make sure that happens. Dawn of Fall palette. Oh yeah, I saw that one. That's really cute. But it's the wait list, and I was like, I'm not that patient. I'm not gonna wait for it. So, but definitely, I will be watching yours, and I might be regretting not picking it up, depending on what you think of it. I'll let you know what else I get. I don't know if there's going to be a ton else of like unveiling and hauls and stuff like that, but we'll keep you guys entertained. We'll keep talking about stuff. If nothing else, my fur kids will come over here and entertain you, right, kids? Rainbow's over there chewing on something, and Peanut is over here crying at their wrappers that they're not playing back with her. I don't know. Anyway, all right, guys. I will see you in the next one. That should be Sunday. I don't know exactly what Sunday is going to be. We've got a later service on Sunday, so it might be 3 or 4-ish, and then that depends on if my husband wants to go shopping. because Sunday is his day that he likes to go shopping. So, but also we spent a lot of money. He spent a lot of money going to the Dominican. He bought all new clothes. I actually did too, but I spent like a fraction of what he spent because I'm a cheap shopper. And yeah, so. But anyway, that will be somewhere 3, 4 o'clock. I hope on Sunday. We're gonna hope that it goes out, and then not sure what we'll talk about then because I don't really have plans to buy anything between now and then. But that's okay. We'll talk. So I'll see you then. And until then, have a good night and bye.